Sporting Law, brought to you by the team at Sprung, Lance Armstrong. For a while, that name was synonymous with triumph, right? Here's a guy who didn't just win, he dominated. 7 consecutive Tour de France victories from 1999 to 2005, a streak so unstoppable it made headlines year after year. But what happens when the hero becomes the villain? When the story that inspired millions turns into one of the biggest scandals in sports history? Stay with me, because today, on Sporting Law, we're diving into one of the most dramatic rises and falls the world of athletics has ever seen. Lance Armstrong wasn't just a cyclist. He was a phenomenon. His journey to the top wasn't easy. In 1996, at just 25 years old, he was diagnosed with advanced testicular cancer.
On Wednesday, October 2nd, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer.
The disease had spread to his brain and lungs, and doctors gave him slim odds of survival. But Armstrong didn't just fight. He came back stronger. When he returned to cycling, it wasn't just about winning races. He became a symbol of resilience, of defying the impossible. And then there was the Livestrong Foundation. Those yellow wristbands, they were everywhere. Millions of people wore them as a badge of hope, a reminder that strength could overcome adversity. He wasn't just an athlete anymore. He was a global icon, a hero. But as we now know, Armstrong wasn't just rewriting the record books. He was orchestrating one of the most sophisticated doping schemes in sports history. The US Anti-Doping Agency's investigation exposed it all. EPO, testosterone, blood transfusions. It wasn't just Armstrong. His entire team had a system, a network, designed to beat the tests. And for years, it worked. He denied everything. Aggressively, he attacked journalists, sued whistleblowers, destroyed reputations, all in the name of protecting the illusion. Until finally, in 2013, the truth came out. When Armstrong sat down with Oprah Winfrey, the world watched as he admitted what many had suspected all along. Years of deception finally laid bare. His Tour de France titles stripped, his reputation shattered. The man who had been a beacon of inspiration was now a cautionary tale. A warning of what happens when winning comes at any cost. But here's the question. How do we remember Lance Armstrong? Is he the man who beat cancer and inspired millions? Or is he the athlete who deceived the world? For some, the good outweighs the bad. The Livestrong Foundation raised over $500 million for cancer research. His fight, his story, it gave people hope. But for others, the betrayal runs too deep. He was the face of a sport that had to rebuild itself from scandal, the embodiment of how far someone would go to win. Even today, Armstrong wrestles with his legacy. His podcast, The Forward, explores themes of redemption and resilience. It's almost as if he's inviting us to see him, not as a fallen hero, but as a man still trying to make sense of it all. So where do we land? Can a legacy built on dishonesty still inspire? Does the good he's done balance out the deception? There are no easy answers. Armstrong's story isn't just about cycling. It's about how we, as fans, as people, decide who we forgive, who we condemn, and where we draw the line between greatness and morality. And maybe, just maybe, it's a reminder that heroes are only human after all. That's it for today's episode of Sporting Law, brought to you by the team at Sprung. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more untold stories from the world of sports coming your way. Until next time, I'm Lawrence. Thanks for listening.